Microsoft Flight Simulation series. This franchise kicked off back in 1982 and is still going strong to this day, and we just got a new reveal for their latest offering. So far, there have been 13 releases in the Microsoft Flight Simulator series, with each one improving visuals, details, quality, and features. The series has been praised for its realism and attention to detail, with some outlets even calling it good enough to get used to real-world flight training. At number 9, Kerbal Space Program. Now, this is a popular space simulation game where you, the player, takes control of a group of little aliens called Kerbals, and you send them on missions into space. Now, the space portion of the game is extremely well detailed. It features realistic machinery and realistic physics. The game was so well researched that NASA and even Elon Musk took notice and praised its realism. At number 8, Planet Coaster. Everybody remembers Roller Coaster Tycoon, but Planet Coaster is like that series on crack. Planet Coaster was released in November of 2016 as a spiritual successor to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, where you once again built your own park and tried to manage the funds and the rides, but there was much more detail this time around. Planet Coaster also allowed you to create and ride your own roller coasters, which fans have used to make their own creations or even recreate defunct roller coasters so they can experience them one more time. Next up is Cities Skylines. This was developed by Colossal Order, and it was released in 2015. It's a city management simulator, much like SimCity, but the developers reportedly wanted to make an effort to make their game really different from SimCity in order to carve out a place for themselves in the market. The end result was a city management game with much more detail in the NPC schedules in the world itself, with many saying it was like if the disastrous SimCity 2013 hadn't been so bad with its new elements. Today, Cities Skylines remains one of the best city management sims on the market. At number 6, good old farming simulator. This series kicked off back in 2012, and it quickly grew to be one of the most financially successful sims around. And to be honest, I couldn't tell you why this game blew up so hard, but people really love it, so I'm not going to hate on it. In a game where you drop in an open world environment and are tasked with caring for your farm in either single-player campaign mode or in online multiplayer mode, I guess there's something relaxing about walking around a farm and keeping everything up to date and growing and taking care of your livestock. Cracking into the top 5, ARMA 3, considered to be one of the best PC games ever, and I'm not going to argue with that. Released back in 2013, ARMA 3 was an extremely realistic military simulator developed and published by Bohemia Interactive. The map of ARMA 3 boasted impressive size of over 100 square miles, and the movement and the shooting controls are extremely deep. It gives you total control of your character's actions. Today, ARMA 3 is still one of the most played games on Steam, and it's definitely deserving of a spot on today's list. Now, you can't have this list without including the SimCity series. This famous franchise started all the way back in 1989, and it got multiple expansions and sequels to grow it to where it is today. Although, to be fair, it's pretty dead today due to EA killing it in 2013. SimCity is a management simulator where you play basically God to a new plot of land, and you have to build and manage an entire city from everything: schools, stores, skyscrapers, police, fire stations, you name it. Now, everybody has their own opinion about which one was best. I would say if you've never played SimCity, go check out SimCity 4. It was a great blend of the old and the new, and it's still available on Steam, so you don't have to go through EA Origin to get it. Have you ever wanted to be a truck driver? Well, Euro Truck Simulator 2, it can take you there. It's one of those games that I don't think anybody expected to be popular, but here it is, so we might as well embrace it. Released in 2012 for the PC, you selected what truck you wanted to drive, you loaded it with cargo, and then you drove it from place to place across Europe. Now, it may sound like a boring experience, but people loved it. They said it was relaxing, and today, the game has been ported to other operating systems and has sold over 5 million copies on Steam alone. It also boasts one of the most active player bases on Steam, reaching daily player counts of over 25,000 truck drivers. At number 2, the Zoo Tycoon series. How many of you grew up playing this? This simulation game started back in 2001, and it was a zoo management sim. You took control of a big pile of land, and you have to do your best to construct and maintain a zoo. It was super fun because not only did you have to manage the money side of things, like food, entertainment, ticket prices, and merchandise, but you also had to get really specific about the animals and their food and terrain and making sure there are no escape incidents. Although admittedly, it was pretty fun to build up a popular zoo and then just destroy it by deleting all the enclosure fences. Today, Zoo Tycoon has kind of fallen off due to it branching out too far from what it originally was, but I would be happy to see the first 2 games get a re-release. And at number 1, there was no doubt. The Sim series. I mean, seriously, it kicked off back in January of 2000 and has since had 3 sequels, tons of expansions, and plenty of spin-offs. The premise of The Sims is simple. You're playing God to a community of clueless people, and it's up to you if you're going to either help them live a peaceful life or if you're going to totally ruin everything for them. The series is insanely popular even to this day and has sold an estimated 50 million units. And to me, this is the best Sim of all time because, well, it is The Sim. And there you have it. Those are some of the best simulators. If you've never given them a try, go try them. My name is Chaos. This has been another episode of Gaming Facts by Gameology, and I'll see you soon.